Hello guys, MC the Miniature Surgeon here, real life surgeon with a passion for all things Warhammer. When I started out training in surgery, it took me a long time to figure out my instruments, knowing the Mayo scissors from the medicine bombs, the DeBakey forceps from the packings, but once I got the hang of it, having the right equipment for the job makes it 10 times easier. So when I started painting minis, getting to know my instruments was the first thing I did. So here are 5 tips on 5 types of brushes and how you can get the most out of them. If you found out about something that you didn't already know, maybe drop us a like or even subscribe. Stay till the end because you already own brush number 5. With that out of the way, let's go. Now before we dive any further, I want to explain the 3 things I consider to define a brush: the type of bristle, its shape, and the size of the brush itself. Different combinations of the above 3 elements will create an instrument fitted for a different function. The first of these is the synthetic chisel head brush, most often used for base coating. Synthetic bristles are basically thin plastic fibers bound together by glue at the ferrule of the brush. These synthetic bristles are generally pretty tough and are excellent in holding its shape and not snag onto parts of the model while giving it much more durability. That is why you can use quick, big motions across a model, such as that when you do when you're base coating, and to make sure you're getting paint where it needs to go. Having a chisel head design gives you a larger surface area to work with, while the tip of the chisel can be used as a point to get into those nooks and crannies between armor panels. Next one up the list is using synthetic broadheads for dry brushing. As you can see, I'm using my tried and tested dry brush in this example as a testament to just how durable synthetic bristles really are. Synthetic bristles are generally thicker than natural bristles and thus have more space to trap paint between them. An ideal feature for dry brushing since you want to retain the pigment that's worked into those bristles. Now the broad surface allows greater contact surface area with your model and to make the dry brushing process even more efficient. One downside to synthetic brushes are, since they're plastic, after prolonged use and strain in a particular direction, the memory properties of the plastic kicks in and they start to retain their distorted shapes. But since we're only dry brushing, this is not a big issue. Besides, if you're using natural bristles, there probably won't be much brush left after you're done with it. Next up will be a mixed bristle brush for washes. Now these brushes are, as the name implies, made of both synthetic and natural bristles. This mix of bristles allows it to have sufficient control to get the wash where it needs to go, while having the correct mix of bristles to soak up the paint and retain it within its belly. The rounded head combined with a long belly portion acts to reinforce these properties: a large belly for paint retention and a round head to help put the pigment where it needs to go. For the Rolls Royce of brushes, we're going to talk about our artificer brushes we use for details and small objects. And sorry Julian, it's still not small enough to tattoo your private parts. These brushes are often known as Kolinsky Sable brushes, which feature bristles made from a Kolinsky, a rare breed of weasel that has fine, uniform hairs on its tail, which is silky smooth and reserved only for the most ornate of brushes. You can usually tell that it's from a Kolinsky by the brown reddish discoloration of the bristles. These hairs are very fine as to allow you to retain a fine point, allowing you to get access into those smallest details. But because they are so fine, they are prone to fraying and even breaking off. Remember to treat it gently and use it sparingly, since all Kolinsky Sable brushes have a finite surface span as an artificer brush. Guys, you all have this guy in the corner of your table. You might have even wanted to throw this guy away after giving it the funeral it deserves. But hang on to your veteran brushes, especially the high quality ones. Brushes with high quality bristles that has lost its shape are ideal for fine highlighting when you need to get a very specific dry brush effect onto a finished area to avoid messing up. Or since it retains paint well, you can use it to base coat smaller details. And just like that, like a space marine interred into a dreadnought, our brushes are there to serve us again. Remember guys, take care of your weapons and your weapons will take care of you. Knowing what tool is best for the job will save you valuable hours and heartache down the line. Trust me on that one. What would you guys want me to talk about next? Would you like me to talk about brush care? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you've learned a thing or two in this video that you didn't already know, maybe drop us a like or even subscribe. Thank you so much for joining in guys. This is MC the Miniature Surgeon, signing out.